If you're sat for a long time, you might find that your neck can get a little bit stiff and tight. Knowing some easy neck exercises to reduce tension with the Pocket Physio can be really useful, and you can do these exercises before you sit down, or if you have been sat down for a while, it might be good to just break up that episode of sitting and just do a minute or two just releasing the tension. We have 3 options for you to try. My name's Claire, I'm a physiotherapist from PhysioFit Health. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can keep updated with our videos. If you're not sure what the Pocket Physio is, then we have another video just going into the different features of it. The first exercise we will go through with the Pocket Physio is targeting the upper part of the neck, which I tend to find gets pretty stiff if somebody has been sitting for a long time during the day. And in general, over the days, months and years, it can get quite tight and cause problems, sometimes even referring pain into the head, giving headaches, yes, all sorts. So for this one, you want to be using these two pointy bits with the Pocket Physio, and you want to be placing these either side of the spine, really high up in the neck. So you have the back of your skull that comes round, and then you want to be placing the Pocket Physio just underneath that area. Now, it is a little bit tricky to show on the video, but I will try. So yeah, you're holding the Pocket Physio and you're placing those 2 pointy bits right at the top part of the spine. So it should sit, like I say, either side of the bony part, the bony ridges. Now, holding onto it with 1 or 2 hands, you're very gently just going to try and push the back of your head and neck into the Pocket Physio, and this should increase tension around the area where you are placing that Pocket Physio. So you're pushing the head back, you're increasing that tension. I'd suggest holding it for about 5 seconds, and then you are slowly going to ease off. Now, if you are not sure if you've got it in the right place, that's fine. You can just move it around a little bit, maybe try just a little bit lower down. And in fact, with this one, you can work your way all the way down the neck. But I do tend to find sweet spot, or the tightest spot is at the top of the neck. So 5-second hold, repeat it 5 or 6 times, should increase the tension and start to release those muscles at the top. The second exercise that you are going to try with the Pocket Physio, you are still wanting to place it at the top of the neck as you were in that first one. So place it at the top. Use your hands, one hand or both hands, just to keep it in place. And you are, this time, holding it in place. You're very slowly going to turn your head to the right, which is going to increase the tension on that right side. And then you're slowly going to turn your head to your left. So that's it, easy. Hold it in place. Do your 5 or 6 repetitions, turning to the right and to the left. And again, same as that first one, you can work the Pocket Physio down the spine, doing your turns. You will probably find the lower down the neck it goes, the more you'll be able to rotate the head around. Again, remember, it's got to be very comfortable. The third exercise, you are going to use the flat part of the Pocket Physio and use the pointy part, which I think is equivalent to an elbow. So it's very useful to be a little bit more pinpoint. So this you are going to place on the wall. The flat part goes on the wall. And then you're going to get that pointy elbow in and around the top part of the traps. So it's a little bit of an overlap between the neck and the shoulder, but these points here tend to get quite tight in people. So you can just have a little bit of an experiment just to find where your tight spot is, or spots perhaps, maybe in plural. You might find you're tighter on the right or the left. It might be the same. So once you have found that spot, the wall's really useful for your leverage. So you can push in with as much or as little pressure as you want to. Remember, it's got to be comfortable. Once you've found that spot, what I would suggest trying is very slowly, you're going to tilt your head away from the Pocket Physio. So I've got it on my right shoulder, and slowly I'm going to tilt my head over to the left. It will give that stretch down the side of the neck, and the Pocket Physio, where it is, it's just getting a little bit of extra pressure and tension, so it helps release things just a little bit more. So those are your 3 exercises to try. You can try one, or perhaps try all 3. Like I said at the beginning, either before you sit down, or if you want a little bit of break during the day, or even at the end of the day. It's fairly quick to do, and it's good idea just to regularly release the tension in the neck, just to make yourself feel a little bit more comfortable. We've got other videos coming up talking about the Pocket Physio again, and we'll talk about the shoulder, the wrist and the forearm, and also the low back. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you soon.